Today, I have something special to share, and I feel that it might resonate with a lot of you. I want to take a moment to talk about life, timing, and how we respond to what's happening around us. So let's get into it. First things first, we're all on different paths. That's something that's really important to understand. Some of you may be in a season of healing, trying to recover from something, whether it's emotional pain, past trauma, or physical struggles. Some of you may have already done the hard work of healing and you're starting to see the benefits of that. But for some of you, you might not have even started the journey of healing yet. And that's okay. Healing looks different for everyone and it takes different amounts of time. There is no set timeline for how long it should take. The key thing is to trust the process and understand that wherever you are, it's okay. Now, I want to talk about something that's very important, divine timing. We often hear people say that things will happen in divine timing, but what does that actually mean? Divine timing is God's timing. It's when things happen in the exact way that they need to, even if we can't see the full picture at the time. Sometimes it feels like things are taking forever. Maybe you're waiting for a job, a relationship, or even financial stability. But here's the thing, just because someone else gets their blessing before you doesn't mean your blessing isn't coming. It just means that God's timing is different for each of us. Think of it like this. Let's say someone you know just got a promotion at work, or someone in your circle just found the love of their life. It might seem like things are moving forward for them while you're still waiting. You might even start to feel a little discouraged or left out. But remember this, when you see someone else receive a blessing, God is actually showing you what is possible for you. When someone close to you gets what you've been hoping for, it's not a sign that you're being left out. It's a sign that God is working. The question is, how do you respond to that blessing? If you respond with jealousy, anger, or bitterness, then you might not be in the right space to receive your own blessings. But if you can respond with happiness, excitement, and gratitude for the person who is receiving their blessing, you're opening up your own heart to receive what's coming to you. Think about it, when someone is happy for you and celebrates your success, it feels amazing, right? God works in the same way. When you celebrate others, it signals to God that you are ready to receive your own blessings with an open heart. It's all about your attitude. So if you feel triggered when someone else is blessed, it's okay. But it's also a moment to reflect on why you feel that way. It's an opportunity to ask yourself, why do I feel jealous? Or why am I angry sometimes? Those feelings come from fear that maybe you won't get what you've been praying for, or fear that you're not worthy of good things. But these feelings don't serve you. They only block the flow of your own blessings. On the other hand, if you can practice being happy for others, you're setting the stage for your own blessings to come in. It's like planting a seed. The more you nurture it with positivity and gratitude, the stronger it grows. That seed of faith, patience, and trust in God will eventually bloom into your own blessings. And if you're having trouble being happy for others, try to remind yourself that your time is coming too. It just hasn't arrived yet. And that's okay. Even if the things you've been praying for, whether it's love, a better job, more money, or opportunities, haven't shown up yet, remember that you are already blessed just by being alive. Life itself is a blessing. Every day you wake up is an opportunity for something new. So even when things don't seem to be going your way, try to keep an open mind and trust that God has a plan for you. It may not be your time right now, but it will come. This message today is specifically for those of you who've done the work. You know in your heart that you've been putting in the effort, whether that's in your spiritual life, your career, your relationships, or your personal growth. You've been putting in the work to become a better person, to heal and to grow. You know that you've done your part, and now you're waiting for the blessings to flow. Maybe you've been praying for a long time, working hard, and hoping for a change. And sometimes you might feel like you're running out of patience, But remember, everything happens at the right time. There are times when things have to fall into place before you can receive the blessing you've been waiting for. Sometimes it takes a little while for everything to align. And yes, that can be frustrating. But that doesn't mean God isn't listening or that you're not worthy. It just means that there are other things happening behind the scenes that need to come together first. You may have already gone through a season of trials. Maybe you've had health problems, financial struggles, or difficulties in your personal life. These are your trials. Life has a way of testing us. And sometimes it feels like we're facing the worst of the worst. But all of these struggles are meant to build your strength and resilience. Just think about it. There's a reason why the most beautiful flowers grow through cracks in the sidewalk. They've had to fight through harsh conditions to thrive. That's the same with you. Your struggles are not in vain. They are preparing you for the blessings ahead. They're strengthening you and showing you what you're made of. Think of the story of Job in the Bible. Job went through incredible pain and loss, but through it all, he never gave up on his faith. His story is a reminder that God sees your struggles and He is with you even in the toughest times. Sometimes people go through hard times and start to doubt God. They might think, why is this happening to me? Or God has abandoned me. But there are others who, even in the hardest times, hold on to their faith and trust that God is still working in their lives. You are one of those people. You've been through your tough seasons and yet you're still here. You haven't given up. You've kept going even when it felt impossible. And that's why your blessing is on the way. God is preparing you for something bigger. I want to remind you that faith, patience, and obedience are key. You might not know exactly when God will show up or how He will do it, but you have to trust that He is working behind the scenes. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening, but rest assured, God is always at work. Even when we can't see it, He is preparing the way. If this message resonates with you and you feel like you've already been through your hardest days, know that your breakthrough is coming. It's not just about waiting, it's about trusting. God has already finished the work behind the scenes. What's coming next has already been planned. You may not know exactly when or how, but it's already set in motion. You might feel it in your spirit. You might have already had a dream or a vision of what's to come. Trust that what God has promised you is on its way. So, to anyone who feels like they've been waiting forever, keep holding on. Your time is coming. Stay faithful, stay patient, and keep trusting. And when that blessing arrives, be sure to celebrate it, not just for yourself, but for those around you as well. Because when you celebrate others, you make room for your own celebrations to come. Remember, divine timing is always God's timing. Trust it, believe in it, and celebrate it. Your blessings are coming, and when they do, they'll be more than worth the wait. Even though you might not see the changes or blessings you've been hoping for yet in your life, I want you to remember that there is still hope. It's normal to feel a little fear or doubt when things don't seem to be going the way you want. Sometimes it can feel like everything is moving slowly or like your dreams are just out of reach. But I'm here to remind you that even when you can't see things happening in your physical world, there is a greater plan being set in motion behind the scenes. You may have heard a voice telling you there is hope. As long as you're still alive, there is hope. I know this might sound simple, but it's a truth that you need to hold on to. No matter how tough things get, as long as you are breathing, you still have a chance to see your dreams come true. You are still in the game, and the best is yet to come. Trust in God because He is still on the throne, He's in control, and He knows exactly what you need when you need it. Your time is coming. I know some of you might feel like you've been waiting forever for your blessings. You might be waiting for financial help, for a new job, or maybe even for your soulmate. It can be hard to keep your faith strong when it feels like nothing is happening in the physical world. But let me tell you something, just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not already on the way. God has heard your prayers and He is working things out in the background for you. He's making sure that everything falls into place at the right time. You've been planting seeds of faith, trust, hope, and patience. Every act of kindness, every prayer you said, every step of trust you've taken, all of it is like planting a seed that will eventually grow into something beautiful. The Bible says that we reap what we sow, meaning that the good things you've been working for will come back to you. God does not forget the work you've put in, and He will reward you in His perfect timing. Think of it like planting a garden. When you plant a seed, you can't see the results immediately. You might even wonder if the seed will ever grow. But over time, with patience, care, and faith, the seed begins to sprout and grow into something bigger and better than you could have imagined. The same is true for your life. You may not see the results yet, but trust that God is working behind the scenes. Keep watering your garden with prayer, with positive thoughts, and with action, and the blessings will come. This message might especially resonate with someone who has been waiting for a financial breakthrough. Perhaps you're struggling to make ends meet and you've been praying for a financial blessing. Maybe you're hoping for a new job opportunity or a raise at work. You might feel like you've been stuck in a financial struggle for a long time, but don't give up hope. God sees your hard work and your faithfulness, and He is preparing something better for you. It may not come in the way you expect, but trust that your financial breakthrough is on the way. God has a way of opening doors that you never thought were possible, and He will make a way where there seems to be no way. Some of you might be waiting for a kingdom spouse, a partner who will love you and stand by your side. You may have been praying for the right person to come into your life. It can feel discouraging at times, especially when it seems like everyone else around you is finding love or getting married. But trust that your soulmate is out there and God is preparing them for you. In the right time, you will meet each other and everything will fall into place. Until then, continue to focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Work on your own personal growth and trust that your kingdom spouse will find you at the perfect moment. And it's not just about financial blessings or relationships. Some of you might be waiting for opportunities. Maybe you've been hoping for a new job, a career change, or a chance to move to a new location. Perhaps you've been dreaming of your ideal life and you're wondering when it will finally become a reality. I want you to know that God sees your dreams. He knows what you long for, and He is preparing the perfect opportunities for you. You just need to trust the process and have faith that in due time, the doors will open. I know that many of you have been praying for things that seem impossible. Some of you may be hoping for a dream home, a dream car, or even the life you've always imagined. You might feel like these things are too far out of reach or that they will never come to you. But let me tell you this, the desires of your heart are not impossible with God. The Bible says that God gives us the desires of our hearts when we trust in Him. If you've been dreaming of a better life, trust that it's coming. Your dreams are not too big for God. He has the ability to give you everything you've prayed for and more. I also want to encourage you to let go of your old life. This is a key step in stepping into the blessings that God has for you. The past no longer has control over you. Whether it's old habits, old mindsets, or old patterns that have been holding you back, it's time to say goodbye to those things. You cannot move forward if you keep looking back. The blessings God has for you are in your future, not your past. So make a decision today to leave behind anything that is no longer serving you. Whether it's a limiting belief, a negative attitude, or an unhealthy relationship, it's time to let go and move forward. You are stepping into a new season. This is the season where your prayers will be answered. This is the season where you will experience the breakthroughs you've been waiting for. Don't be afraid to step into it. You are worthy of all the good things that are coming your way. God knows the hard work you've put in, even when no one else saw it. He knows the sacrifices you've made, the prayers you said, and the faith you've kept alive, even when things seemed hopeless. You are not forgotten. God has seen everything, and now is the time for your rewards. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening, like you're stuck in a waiting period. But trust that even when it feels like nothing is changing in your physical world, God is working behind the scenes. He's opening doors, making connections, and putting the right people in place to help you reach your goals. It's all part of His plan. So when you feel like nothing is happening, know that it is. God is just getting everything ready for you, and soon it will all come together. And for those of you waiting for your kingdom spouse, know that they are also preparing for you. Your soulmate is out there, and they are being shaped by God to be the partner you need. It might take some time for you to meet, but trust that it will happen. God's timing is always perfect. Remember, good things come to those who wait. Waiting on God's perfect timing might not always be easy, but it's always worth it. When you wait on God, you are waiting for the best. His blessings are bigger than anything you can imagine, and He has good things in store for you. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep working toward your dreams. Your breakthrough is coming. You're about to experience an incredible transformation in your life because you've been wholeheartedly serving God. You've been dedicated and faithful, not because you expected something in return, but because you truly love God and trust Him. You've been consistent in your obedience, even when you didn't see immediate results, and that's exactly why God is preparing major blessings for you. You might feel like you've been waiting for a long time, and even though you've received signs and messages, nothing seems to be happening yet in your life. But let me tell you, everything is happening behind the scenes. God is working on your behalf, even if it doesn't look that way in the physical world. His timing is always perfect, and His plans for you are far greater than you can imagine. Sometimes it may seem like nothing is changing or moving forward. You may even feel frustrated or discouraged. You might think, why is it taking so long? Why haven't I seen any progress? But the truth is, God's timing is always right. If He gave you the blessings right now at the time you expect, you might not appreciate them as much. His plan is so much bigger than what you see or think. When He does bless you, it will be exactly what you need at the perfect moment. So trust Him. Relax, have faith, and allow God to do His work. If you've been struggling with financial issues or worrying about how you'll make ends meet, I have good news for you. God is about to move you into a new season, a season where money will no longer be a problem. You'll enter a time of abundance where you'll be able to afford everything you need and want. If you've been worried about your finances, stop worrying now. God has a plan to provide for you, and it's coming soon. You may even have low expectations of what God is going to do in your life. You might think, God, just give me a small place to live or help me get by. But God is saying, no, I want to give you more than that. You might think you want just a small blessing, but God is planning something much bigger for you. He is preparing something far greater than you can imagine. He is preparing a life for you that's full of abundance, and He's going to surprise you with blessings you never expected. So, if you've been feeling like things aren't happening quickly enough, or if you're unsure about whether God is still listening to your prayers, I want you to know that He is working. It's like the countdown before a big event. You might not see the final result yet, but it's coming. You're about to experience a shift, and when it happens, it will happen quickly. You won't have to wait long to see God's blessings in your life. The number 1, 2, 3 significant. It means that something is about to happen fast in your life. If right now it feels like things are unclear or blurry, don't worry. Don't worry. Even though you might not see the full picture yet, God is setting things up in your life. When things start moving, they will move quickly, faster than you thought possible. So trust the process even when you can't see everything clearly. Now, let me speak to those of you who are currently single. If you've been waiting for God to send you the right person, I want to tell you that your time is coming soon. You may have been single for a while, wondering when God will bring someone into your life. But I'm here to tell you that your single days are almost over. God is bringing you closer to your divine partner, the person who is meant to walk beside you in life. Your relationship will be one that is guided by God's purpose for both of you, and it's going to be amazing. Trust that your time is coming and be ready for the person God has chosen for you. If you're already married, I have good news for you too. God is about to bring you and your spouse into a season of rest and peace. If you've been struggling in your marriage or facing challenges in your relationship, God is going to move you into a season of healing. There is going to be a renewal in your relationship, a time of refreshment and harmony. You and your spouse are about to experience a new level of peace where the struggles you've been facing will no longer have a hold over you. God is protecting your marriage and your family, and He is rewarding your faithfulness. For some of you, you've been through a lot of difficult situations in the past. Maybe you've gone through financial struggles, health issues, or broken relationships. Maybe you've lost your job or had things taken away from you. It's easy to question why these things happened and wonder why God allowed you to go through such hard times. You might have even thought, why is this happening to me? Why am I still struggling when I'm doing my best to serve God? But I want you to know that those trials and struggles were not in vain. Everything you've been through has been part of God's plan to build your strength and test your faith. Sometimes God allows us to go through tough times to see if we will continue to trust Him when things are difficult. When we face loss, hardship, or confusion, it's easy to get angry or discouraged. But God is always watching to see if we will remain faithful to Him even in the hardest times. Think about the story of Job in the Bible. He lost everything, his health, his wealth, and his family. Yet, despite everything he went through, Job never gave up on God. He kept trusting, even when he didn't understand why everything was happening. God rewarded Job for his faithfulness, and he blessed him with even more than he had before. That same kind of blessing is coming to you. You may not have understood why you had to go through the struggles, but now you are in a position where God is about to bless you like never before. You're about to experience the restoration and blessings that come from trusting God through difficult times. So if you've been through the worst and wondered when it would end, I want to encourage you. Your breakthrough is coming soon. The trials you've been through were meant to strengthen you, to help you grow, and to build your faith in God. Now, God is ready to reward you for your perseverance. When the blessings come, they'll be more than you could have imagined. You'll see that God's plan was always bigger than you could understand. Keep doing good, keep trusting, and keep believing. Your season of struggle is over and a new season is beginning. God is moving in your life and He's about to bless you in ways that will leave you speechless. When those blessings start coming in, you will be so thankful that you didn't give up on God. You've already been elevated in every area of your life. Spiritually, you are stronger. Mentally, you are wiser. Financially, you are about to step into abundance. Your whole life is about to shift in a positive direction. Congratulations, you've made it. God has seen your faithfulness and He's about to reward you. I can't wait to hear your testimonies. When the blessings come, don't keep them to yourself. Share your story with others because your testimony will inspire and encourage people who are going through the same struggles you faced. By sharing your story, you will help others see that God is faithful and that He rewards those who trust Him. Remember, God's timing is always perfect. Even if things feel slow or unclear right now, trust that He is working on your behalf. Keep having faith, keep serving Him, and keep believing in the good things that are coming your way. Your breakthrough is coming soon. And when it happens, it will be more than you ever expected. Be ready for the amazing blessings God has in store for you. I hope this message gives you peace and clarity. Trust in God's plan and know that He is about to do something incredible in your life. Your future is bright and God is with you every step of the way.